Launi, Meili, thanks for taking the time. Congratulations. Your team gets into the NCAA again. You really needed every last shot, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Yeah, because it, out of 4,800 points, we were only 5 points ahead of Navy going into the qualifier. And so it was literally, it was an even playing field with about like 4 teams. I mean, there was 4 teams fighting it out for those last 2 slots, basically. And so it was just, fighting it out to the last shot.
Yeah. So tell me about it. How did it come down to you getting in?
Well, it's we shot 2 different relays, and for the qualifier, everybody's shooting across the country at once, basically. And you can pay attention to what other teams are doing. There's probably there's matches going on all at the same time, and I wasn't paying attention. But you just know that other teams are shooting well. It's just part of being in the sport. And so we started out, we had a match on Thursday to kind of get us up and rolling. For 2 of our shooters, they had personal bests in small bore. They both shot a 590 for the very first time, Victoria and William. And so, we were kind of, we kind of broke a glass ceiling there. And, William went into that match, maybe a little anxious. He didn't have as good of a day on Saturday as he did on Thursday, but, he hung in there. And so our first relay didn't shoot quite as well, as we were hoping. And in fact, Lily's gun, we had some malfunctions, and she didn't shoot as well as we wanted to. In fact, we're no longer even shooting with that barreled action anymore. We've changed that out. But we went into that second relay with Victoria and Lauren, and our backs were up against the wall. Now, I didn't tell them that. I brought them to the range, and I was like, we kind of need to go to work here. But they kind of had a special momentum together. They're like, let's just get this done. And so again, together they just went to work. And I could just tell, they were a little nervous and kneeling, not as high as they could shoot, but boy, after that, they hardly dropped a point. And they shot very good prone, and they shot very good standing. And that's, women, lower center of gravity, we're very strong standing shooters. And then in air rifle, together they only dropped 5 points. And that's kind of what we needed, because we were 5 points ahead of Navy going in. We tied Navy that day, and so we beat them by 5 points going into the nationals. And so we got 8th place going into nationals. But we'll take it, because now the only place to go is up. And we're sending in 5 of our 5 shooters, and really all of them right now. After that performance at the qualifier, all of them have shot scores that are on the rise. So really the only place to go is up. And we've got some days right here to work on just being shooters. And, now that midterms are over, we can just kind of focus on the match and just, do a deep dive into what performance elements each one need to work on, and be ready for next week.
Yeah, should be fun. I wanted to ask you, do you know, obviously when Scott Rocket won the national championship, what was that, 4 years ago now? Too far ago. and you've had great team scores. Do you know going in, I mean, is there a confidence, and maybe this year you're just glad to be there, and maybe that'll be looser and you'll be able to score better?
No. I'd say right now we are pretty loose. I mean, we were fighting. We were between 6th and 9th all year. So we've been on the bubble all year. I mean, so really just making it. I mean, now we kind of just have a little bit of a sigh of relief. Not that we're doing any kind of a letdown or anything. We're always on the build. We're always building to the next level of performance. And but we're setting our goals correctly. Never setting our goals higher than what we're capable of, because then you go in too anxious. But each one of our pieces of our performance for each of our shooters, we absolutely have the capability to compete at the highest level. We could compete. Each one of our shooters can shoot a 598 air rifle, and we could compete and compete for a national championship. But for each one of them to put that together on the right day, again, it's a sport. Who knows? But we leave the door wide open for that to happen. Sure. If it does, great. If it doesn't, that's, again, it's a sport. But we set the stage for greatness to happen, and that's the best we can do.
That's awesome. That's all we can ask for. Launi, Meili, thank you for the time. Good luck at the NCAAs.
Thank you so much.